Hello all. Right, on a wee day, it's day off today, and we're going to be to try out the new coach. It's Edinburgh. It's a fully electric bus. It's made by Yongchun or something. So it's got a full, it's a single drive electric motor, and it's going to be going from here, Dundee Green Market, to Edinburgh St Andrew's Square. So the first time I've ever travelled on this, and my mate Ian just arrived. Hi Ian, just doing a wee introduction. So we're going to try out the Edinburgh buses, the electric buses that they've got, the Lothian ones as well. So it's a fully electric bus day today. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'll turn it around, I'll show you a wee bit of the bus. Okay. So this is the model of bus here. That's the make, Yongchun. So it just gets fully charged up overnight, and it takes, I think, I think it gets to Edinburgh and back on one charge. So it's the So yeah, I'll be interested just to see what this is like. This is the charge point there again. So I'm looking forward to this. Okay. Right, so that's his on inside the coach. It's really nice actually. It's very plush looking inside. It's got the air conditioning on at the moment, so I'm just going to wait on the coach moving and hear the electric motor and hoping to hear something. Right, I'll turn it around now, let you have a quick look. There is other people in it, so I don't want to film it too much while there's other folk, but when we get off I can maybe get a better film of the whole bus. Right. So it's really nice inside. It's a Chinese manufacturer, Yongchun. So I've got a wee bit of the specifications. I could probably read them out to you in a second. I've got them up on my phone, so I'll go and look that out for you in a minute. So it's Yongchun E12, E for electric. It's got the 422 kilowatt batteries. It's fitted with them. 300 kilometres on a single charge. It's there was an electric motor specifications I'm going to look for you. Unladed weight's just over 14 tonnes, metric tonnes. It's got the electro-hydraulic power steering, which is, even on the diesel ones have got that as well. It switches off when you're stopping and the electric pump comes back on and it moves again, just to save energy. ZF AV133 drive axle. It's got 12 lithium iron phosphate batteries, a total of 422 kilowatts per hour capacity. Connector CCS times 2, that's the type of connector for it. Just trying to find where the electric motor. Yeah, single electric motor, maximum torque 3200 Nm. So that's just on the move now. So I'll keep this running for you. So it's really smooth. It's got instant torque, because electric motor works from you get maximum torque from rest basically, unlike internal combustion engine where you've got to go through the RPM range to get to the torque, and then you go beyond the maximum torque peak RPM to get the maximum power, and torque starts to go down. So it's like a torque curve but on an electric motor it's instant torque. So we're just leaving Green Market in Dundee. So I've really got to watch the charge on this because I'm going to be doing filming in Edinburgh as well, so I don't want to run my camcorder battery out too soon. So I'll just kind of like film when it's doing acceleration and that, and you maybe get to hear it. So we're at traffic lights, so I'll turn this off at the moment. So there isn't really much noise when it's at stationary. All you hear is the air conditioning unit. You'll get a wee sort of whine. Once it gets speed, you'll probably hear the back axle, the differential in the back axle. The electric motor obviously has to run through a set of transfer gears to get the power it's speed reduction and to increase torque. So there is like probably a couple of gears coming from the electric drive motor, and then of course you've got the gears and the differential for the rear drive axle. So you'll get a wee sort of whine from that. Right, so it's a bit of move again from the lights. I'm just passing the new rail station at Dundee. So what you want to do if you want to try these buses out, it's £7.50 to get from Dundee to Edinburgh and £7.50 to get back, but you've got to book online and then you're guaranteed a seat. So we're just passing Discovery Point, Dundee Discovery Point. That's Dundee Rail Bridge, Rail Bridge. Across the River Tay. So as the bus brakes, there's actually recharging the batteries through regenerative braking. It's converting kinetic energy back into electrical energy. So the electric drive motor turns into a generator at that point and generates electricity that gets converted back into the batteries. Instead of normal braking, which just converts kinetic energy into heat, it's converting it back into electrical energy, although there is still normal brakes here on this vehicle. So we're picking up speed now, we're probably getting about 40 mile an hour. A lovely view of the Rail Bridge. So it's very comfortable in here. We're right at the back above where the electrical equipment is. It will be an inline motor, electric motor, so I'm thinking I'll be right pretty much above it. So Keane's filming away as well. Yeah, it's very impressive. So I'm just going to sit back now and enjoy the ride. So I'll do a bit more filming when I get towards Edinburgh as well, because I'm going to be filming electric buses through there. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. So we're just powering up speed on the A90 and you would have heard the drive line, electric drive line picking up speed. So we're already overtaking an Arctic lorry, so he's maybe limited to about 60, so we're probably doing about 65 already. So from where I switched the camera on, that was the starting point, which was the starting point with that Kingsway Circle, Swallow Hotel Circle. So accelerated up pretty quickly. So it's, as I said, it's maximum torque from 0 RPM all the way through. That's the characteristics of an electric motor. And then it will just reach its maximum speed, the motor speed. But the maximum motor speed will be reduced in speed through the transfer reduction gears to increase torque further for the final drive on the rear axle, which is obviously your final reduction for the maximum torque of the wheels. The differential always splits the drive into right angles, so I can turn the wheels, and the differential also acts as a differential, which is to have the inner wheel turning at different speeds to the outer wheel whilst cornering. But yeah, we're sitting on the motorway now, probably doing about 60, and it's really comfortable. Air suspension and that. I've never driven them, but I wouldn't mind having a shot, like. I've driven Dundee's electric hybrids when they had them. They had a series hybrids, Enviro 400s, and there was an electric motor in series with the drive. So the engine was solely just a generator. It wasn't connected mechanically to the drive. We're pulling into Longforgan now, so we're going to be serving Longforgan as well. It's really handy actually, because we could charge my phone up and charge my camcorder up with these USB leads. Yep. I'm just picking someone up here. Oh, that's good. So we're about to pull off from the bus stop here. It's going up a slight gradient. So that's up to maximum speed already, I guess, and you would have noticed there isn't any gear change, and he would have been accelerating hard to merge with fast moving traffic. So okay, I'll film a bit more later for you. Cian just spotted something actually, I noticed it as well. There's a lot of the stickers that are in, because it's made in China, there's still a lot of the original stickers that have got the Chinese writing on it. I'll turn it around, I'll show you what I mean. So it's all written in Chinese. Still got a lot of the original Chinese labels on it for emergency exits and that. Yeah. It is, after all, designed in China, built in China. So we're just stopped at Kinross at the moment. Yeah, just loading up at Kinross. There's a bus stop, Kinross stop. So yeah, it's been a good ride up to now. Enjoyed it. You liking it, Cian? Yeah. Brilliant. So we're just leaving Kinross. Comfortable. So we're just going over the Forth Road Bridge. We're going over the new Forth Road Bridge. That's the old Forth Road Bridge to the left, and then behind that you've got the Forth Rail Bridge, although you might not see it very well with the plastic along the side of the... It's a bit... South Queen's Ferry just down there. Right, so that's us arrived at Edinburgh now. Really comfortable coach trip. So once you get off at St Andrew's Square, then I'll show you a bit about the area, because we're going to be looking at the Edinburgh Lothian electric buses as well today, so we'll get that film for you also. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. So that's one of the electric buses we're going to be getting later on, hopefully. I'm just in Edinburgh at the moment. We're on South David Street, and we're just making our way to St Andrew's Square. So this is just arrived at the St Andrew's Square, and this is the bus I got going through. Right, so that's us just get the bus there to go back home to Dundee. It just runs from here, St Andrew's Square, picks up one route back and ends up at Greenmarket. So you see the trams and everything behind me at the moment. So what we're doing then, Kane, getting something to eat first. We're going to get something to eat. I've not got my car, I won't be driving, so we're going to have a pint as well, and then we're going to have a look for these fully electric buses. And you want to try the hybrids, Kane, is it? Edinburgh had hybrids that were converted back to diesel, so I want to try them, and then I want to have a shot of a Volvo B8 LE, B8 RLE. So right, I'll show you around. I'll show you what we get up to. Okay. So we're just going to wait to find somewhere nice to go for a bar lunch. This is a new shopping centre, St James Shopping Centre in Edinburgh at the moment. So we've decided we're going into the Black Bull for a bar lunch and a pint. So we're going to go in there, get our lunch, and then we'll do some bus spotting after that. Sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? So, see you in a minute. So that's one of the electric buses that we're going to be going for. We've missed that one, but we'll get there's four of them. Alexander, Dennis, and they're partnered up with BYD company as well, which does, it's a European company that does electric motors, etc. It's like the Enviro 400 series hybrids that Dundee had. They had BAE electric systems in them, but I think with this one there, it's BYD. It's partnered up with Alexander Dennis. Is partnered up with the BYD bus company, European. So we've missed that one, but we've got the bus.org, so we'll find out when the next one will turn up on the 10. So we're just going to wait on the next ones. Okay. Right, so that's just on the Enviro 400 electric. One thing I've noticed right at the back here, it's sitting on the back seat, and right below me is the wheel up, so there isn't very much clearance between where my knees are and the roof. It's very shallow. So you see the wheel wells just down there, and then you've got like a two-step aisle. So behind me, that'll be where all the electric electronics are. This one's fleet number 292. And it's on the 10 to Western Harbour 10 service. I'll turn this round and I'll show you a wee bit later. So that's what I was talking about with the wheel well. It's actually, you've got your main aisle coming in, and you've got one step, then you've got another step, and then we're sitting here, and you've got the wheel hub there. So my knees are really quite nearly up against my chin. It's quite unusual as well that the emergency exit door is there. But this is, can't mind the reg, I got a picture of it. It's a 70 plate anyway. So I'm just looking on Google just now. The BYD, that is it's centred in China. Alexander Dennis does focuses in mainly on the bodywork, and I think the BYD kind of focuses more on the electric driveline part of things. I'm just going through some of the technical spec. You can hear a lot of the air conditioning sound above me. That's probably about drowning out some of the noise of the electric drive motor, but they're really smooth anyway. So the only thing I'm not that keen on is the fact that the wheel hub is right here at the back, and of course if you're sitting at the back and then, well, I'm about average height at 6 foot, and my knees are pressed up quite high, so I find it quite a little bit cramped. And this is right at the back of the lower deck, so you've got these steps there. So I've not done an awful lot of research on the specifications on it yet, but I will do soon. But it is, I do know that it's fully electric, and it's not hydrogen like the ones in Aberdeen. It's the charge point, so they charge the batteries up. It's just pure battery. Whereas the Aberdeen ones worked on a hydrogen cell, which charged was basically what supplied the electricity to fill the battery reservoirs up. But we're not really going very fast at the moment, we're just kind of like potting around the town. So once maybe we get a bit of speed up, a bit of acceleration up, and then I'll switch the microphone back on again for you. Just so you can hear what there is to hear. at the moment I'm just hearing the air conditioner. It's the vents for the... It's not really being worked very hard at the moment. The engines, or the motor isn't being driven hard at the moment. It's just in traffic, so I'll wait till there's a bit more of an open stretch and I'll switch it back on for you. Okay. Right, so this is the one I got off, fully electric, weighs 13,000 kilograms, just over, I think it's 13,300 or something, so it's fleet number 292. And there it goes. Quite a quiet one actually. Right, so that's us up at the Bonley terminus now. He's just enjoying the sun. So we're going to get another bus. We'll be going back on electrics, but we're going to go on one of the Enviro 400 hybrids that once originally came as a series hybrid. It was Lothian buses fleet number 200, 201 to 210 I think it was, 10 of them, and they operated on the 10 service originally, and there's some of them on today. They were converted from, I think after about 6 years as being a series hybrid, with the 4.5 Cummins diesel, which was the generator, and a series, it was a BAE series motor for the series drive. It was a series hybrid. So what they've done is they took away the electric, after about 6 years they took the electric motor away and converted it into being just a fuel diesel. So the Cummins engine was then effectively connected mechanically to the rear axle, and it's now no longer a hybrid bus. So we're going to get one of those, and I'll video that for you as well. So it was initially a hybrid bus. After about 6 years they converted it to just being pure mechanical by taking away the electric motor and putting a transmission in its place. So, and it's just running, the actual Cummins engine is just now going to be driving mechanically, just as a conventional diesel, whereas before it was the generator to charge up the batteries which drove the electric drive motor. It was a direct drive motor into the axle. So that's for thankyou, isn't it? So I'm going to just be taking a leaf out of his book as well. We'll be seat here on this lovely day. We're at the terminus, at the Bonnelly terminus, and we've got the wee tracker thing, so we know when the buses are. So I'll show you that when I get on it. I'll video that, picture that for you as well. Okay. But that one I just came off there, but that one that I just came off a minute ago was a fully electric, brand new 70 plate. So there's 4 of them. Right, see you in a bit, or you'll see me in a bit. So that's the bus we're going to get. This is the conversion. This was originally a hybrid. It's fleet number 24, and it's now the diesel engine doing all the work. It's just mechanically driven. So this was originally new. I remember the first day when it was being launched. My mate actually worked on the buses at that time, and I remember the launch day back in 2010. And yeah, I think they were the first hybrids for Edinburgh Lothian at that time. It was 2011 actually, I think it was. It's either late 2010, early 2011. We used to have a gold or kind of green livery on it when it first came, but when they converted them to fully diesel, they just painted it in the standard livery. Yep, so we're just about ready to go on the through to Western Harbour. It's absolutely roasting today. It's really warm, nice day, which is what I like. So, I'm not going to be long going. But yeah, it was a part of a fleet of 15 actually. It was 201 to 215, I think. There was more than 10 of them. But anyway, I'll keep you posted how we get on. So this is on the bus now, the X hybrid bus. And one thing I've noticed though, there's a lot more room in the back compared to the other one that we're on. So we've got a back window as well. So I'm not sure if this was actually good. There's a problem with the doors. I think, oh no, we're going there. I had the difficulty getting the door open, I think. But yeah, so I'll turn it around, I'll show you. You get to hear the engine, you get to see a wee bit. So as you can hear, it's just going through the gears as normal, standard transmission. Well, I was speaking to the driver there, and like I suspected, these things are quite underpowered, because it's only a 4.5 litre engine that will do all the work, whereas before it was basically a 4.5 litre generator, and it was storing the energy in, and it was being used more efficiently as an electric because it was a torque from a standstill, and you had a lot more torque. So the engine was just solely working as a generator before, but now that's no longer the case. The engine is now working as just a mechanical drive, which isn't as efficient as electric, and they don't have an awful lot of power. They don't have very much torque. The driver was saying there, going up the brae it was very slow. But they converted these to fully diesel a couple of years ago I think it was. I think it done about 7 years as an electric bus, 7 or 8 years as an electric bus, and then converted them to just fully diesel. I think they had problems with it. I think that was the reason why it was problematic, so they just changed them to diesel. So what we've done now is we've came back on one of the new fully electric buses, and we just decided to sit upstairs this time because I never got a view of the upstairs deck, so I'll show you a wee bit of that. So this is a fully electric Enviro upstairs view of it. We're just on Princess Street at the moment, on the 10 service. So this is the BYD ADL Alexander Dennis 400 fully electric. It's fleet number, oh gosh, what is it? Kieran, what's the fleet number this one again? 201, it's fleet number 201. I just didn't clock it when I got on. So it's Edinburgh Castle. Nice view of it. So it's got the ventilation ducts on the roof there, there's two of them on each side. Okay. Right, so we've stopped just on having a wee break at the moment. A cup of coffee from one of the vendors back there. Just in at the gardens, Princess Street Gardens. Just chilling out for a bit. We charge our own batteries, and then we're going to try the Volvo B8, the new Volvo B8 on the 30 service. So that's the plan. So we're just going to finish this first. Just taking a bit of the shade, and then we'll make our way up there, Princess. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Right, so that's us on the Volvo B8. It's the B8 RLE. So it's a single decker, and it's got the 8-litre engine in it, the Volvo 8-litre engine. It's the same type of engine that's in the tri-axle super double deckers with the tri-axle. They're also Volvo B8s, but they're the tri-axle ones. I don't know if there's any about Princess Street again. If I could, I've probably got a picture of one anyway. But that type of engine is the same engine. Ironically, the twin axle double deckers, the Volvo B5, has got a smaller engine. But that's just for weight savings. Increase the power by double turbos, etc., and intercoolers. So what I'll do is I'll turn this on, I'll just show you a bit about the inside of the bus. So this is a Volvo B8. Okay. So this is just a wee video shot of the inside. I'll let this run for a wee bit. You get to hear the engine picking up. It's just sitting at traffic lights at the moment, so hopefully you'll get to hear it pulling out through the gears. This is a full diesel engine, this. So this is the successor to the Volvo B7 RLE. This is what replaced the Volvo B7 RLE. That's the single deck sector. So I suspect the chassis will be of a similar layout to the Volvo B7 RLE, where the engine will be sitting underneath the floor, vertical, in line, so it's converse. Then you have the transmission, and then you have the back axle where the differential is. And assuming it'll be the same layout as the B7, that's what worked with them. So basically an inline engine at the rear, vertical, then it goes into transmission, sounds like it's RF to me, and then into the rear axle. Whereas on the double deckers, the engines are normally right at the back, and it sits transverse, which means it's sitting across the way. And then there's a transmission on the other side with the transfer box, which takes the drive at an angle to the back axle, because there isn't much the same amount of room. But being a single decker, there is enough room to have the engine in line and vertically up. On the earlier ones, like the Volvo B7L and Volvo B10L, the engine sat horizontally under the floor at the back. That was for a low floor setup. But yeah, quite nice. It's a Volvo B8 RLE for Lothian. So this is the Volvo the B8 RLE. is one of the depots. I think it's Slateford or something. So that's the Volvo BRLE, just going to pull it. Fleet number 90, brand new 70 plate. Yeah, it's Longston Depot. That's where we're at. We're just at the Longston Depot. So, that's actually one of the Volvo integrals. That's I think it's a 5 litre engine. I think it's got the I-shift. Volvo I-shift. That's one of the first. So now Volvo do the body work as well as the chassis on that type of bus. It came in 2014. They also run on the 1s, the 30s as well. So it's just another Volvo B8, number 80. So this is the workshop, obviously, for the Longston Depot. So it's a Volvo B8, fleet number 87, heading into the Longston garage. Right, so we're going to be heading to catch a Volvo B9TL, right body bus. It's one that Kieran wants to try. I've tried that quite a few times. Good buses. So we're going to catch the 34 at this stop here, and hopefully get the Volvo B9TL for the big bus you like. Volvo B9. I mean, I like them as well. I like the Volvo B7TLs. Sorry, the Volvo B7TLs is the ones I like. I like all of them, but that's the one I prefer. It's a similar engine, similar sized engine to the Volvo also, 7 litre. So, see what turns up. So that's the bus we're getting. It looks like it's an ex-London. I think it is an ex-London one. Just coming up. Yeah, it is. LX. Is it LZX? LXZ. So we're going to get on this one here. I like these ones as well, actually. So this is the ex-London Volvo B9TL. Some of them have the centre door. This particular one doesn't. But one just went up there. So this one's got the transverse molten engine at the back, transmission fitted to the engine, and it's got the angular drive. The top shaft goes along and down into the differential gearbox. It's a conventional diesel, conventional driveline. There's no electrics on this one. There's not any electric drivelines on this bus. It's fully diesel, as was the other one as well, the Volvo B8. So this is fleet number 25. 1025, yeah. Fleet number 1025. Lothian bus, fleet number 1025. Volvo B7. Sorry, Volvo B9 RLE. There's more legroom in the back of them anyway than that other bus we were on, the other decker, the fully electric. This engine just at the back there. So that's fleet number 1000, and that's the same type of Volvo B29 that we just came off. It's an ex-London one. I think it's an 11 plate, so it's 10-year-old. I think Lothian got them a few years ago. I'm not quite sure the exact history when they bought them, but it was an ex-London bus, I believe. The one in front has actually got a smaller engine. That tri-axle double-decker, the one in the middle there, it's got a smaller engine. That's got an 8 litre, and that bus behind it's got a 9 litre. It's amazing, isn't it, that the bigger the bus is sometimes. This one coming along here on the 3 has only got a 5 litre engine in it. That's the Volvo B5 TL. Or it could be the itch, the hybrid version. It goes on the turbocharger intercoolers as well. That's the Volvo B8, the new single decker as well. RLE. So it's Prince's Street in Edinburgh. I could see the Wallace Monument right in the. I don't want to stand on the road, I'll maybe get a better view there. But you could, so Wallace thing, I can't remember the other monument, but there's a Volvo Integral on the 12. That's Volvo iShift, 5 litre engine, parallel hybrid. This one.
Like that one.
It's badged Volvo 7900 hybrid. It's a parallel one. So now it's the motor works in conjunction with the conventional driveline. So there's still mechanical drive with the engine in the back axle, but the motor actually assists. Wallace Monument. It's a fair climb up there. Still stairs that go up that. You get right to the top. Keep you fit. You get a lovely view when you get up there. There's Princess Street Gardens just down there as well. That's another one of the Volvo B8s. So that blue one, the first bus, that's a Volvo B7 RLE. So the one in front is the successor to the one behind. I believe that's right. It's CityLink. I think that's a Volvo B9 tri-axle, or is that a Volvo B11 tri-axle? I'm not sure what that one is. Edinburgh Castle. And the National Gallery is just down there in the centre. Right, so I think that's pretty much the end of the video. I've done a bit of filming for yous, took some pictures, went on a variety of buses. We're just needing to get something to eat before we get the coach back, so I think they're just waiting on me getting this done. So yeah, we've tried, first of all we went through on the electric coach, then we went on the fully electric buses, and we tried the Volvo B8, then we came on back here on the Volvo B9 TL. We tried a quick shot on the tri-axle, it's an Enviro 500. So it's been a good day at Edinburgh, I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll be coming back here again after do all this. There's just never enough time in one day. So yeah, it's really nice here. Plenty of buses to try out. So okay, so we're just going to get something to eat and then we're going to get the coach. Well, a light bite, I'm not overly hungry. Coffee or something, and then we'll get the coach back to Dundee. It's the same time. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If anything comes up between now and when I get back and I feel as though I wanted to film it, I'll just put it on. Okay, feeling that, that'll do just now. Catch you later. Bye.